Hi friends, in this lecture I will be dealing with the basic electronics subject and myself Deepashri AP. The complete syllabus for the module 2 is shown. The highlighted portions will be covered in this video lecture. CMOS circuit. Here we can see a CMOS circuit which consists of a PMOS as well as NMOS. CMOS is the complementary metal oxide semiconductor where it has two enhancement MOSFET. One is of N type, that is NMOS, and the other is of PMOS, which are connected as a complementary pair. Two gates are connected to form the input terminal. That is, the gates of PMOS as well as NMOS are connected together and the input is given to the at common point, and drain of both PMOS and NMOS are connected together and output is taken from that point. The CMOS circuit offers two advantages, that are, the drain current is very low and flows mainly during transition from one state to another. The power drawn in the steady state is extremely small. Because of these two advantages, it is popularly used in the digital circuit. And now let us see how CMOS inverter works. And before going into this, I will just tell you how NMOS and PMOS gets turned on. That is, when the NMOS is equal to 1, that is when the input of NMOS is provided with 1 in the sense positive voltage, it will turn on. If it is equal to 0, it will be off. In the same way, in case of PMOS, when we provide the gate with 0, it will be turned on, and if the gate is given with 1, it will be off. 0 in the sense it will be some negative voltage, and 1 in the sense it is a positive voltage. Now this is the equivalent circuit for Vi equal to 5 volt. The state 1 means it is provided with 1. If this is provided with 1, then NMOS will be on and PMOS will be off. When the NMOS is on, the output gets connected towards this ground. Through this NMOS output gets pulled to the ground. So when we provide 5 volt, that is 1 as the input, output gets connected to the ground through this NMOS, so output will be 0. In the same way, when input is given 0, 0 means NMOS is off and PMOS will be in on state because of 0 at the gate, and the output gets connected to this 5 volt through this PMOS. So we will get a high voltage here. That is, we can say when input is 0, output is 1. In this way, the CMOS circuit works. Now some of the explanation for the same. It is told that VO equal to 0, it is 0 state, and the output is R1 divided by R1 plus R2. According to that equivalent circuit, with the help of that we can say that R1 divided by R1 plus R2 into VSS, which is approximated to 0 volt. When the input is 0, that is 0 state, VGS2 is minus 5, so it is conducting. VGS1 is 0 volt and it is not conducting high resistance. The output is 5 volt. So in this way we can explain the CMOS circuit inverter. Next is silicon controlled rectifier. So here we can see that it is a 4-layer 3-junction. See, 1 junction, 2, second junction, third junction. So 3-junction, 3-terminal device, and this is the schematic symbol for SCR. two transistor model. This structure, we can see that in the transistor we have three regions, either PNP or it may be NPN. If I take PNP, see here we can see that PNP, that is one act as one transistor, again NPN. So we can see that two transistors are connected in some manner in this. So one is PNP, this is PNP, and this one is NPN transistor, and this is the emitter, this is the collector, is collector of NPN. PNP is given to the base of this Q2, and collector of this is given to the base of this. So it consists of a PNP as well as an NPN. It shows a two transistor model. So this is the SCR characteristic, and here you can see that forward conduction region, forward blocking region, reverse blocking region, reverse avalanche region, all the characteristics. Each and every region I have explained in detail in one more lecture of SCR. You can refer that, and I will be giving that link in the description. Phase controlled application. A half wave variable resistance phase control circuit is shown here. 120 volt AC supply voltage across terminal A and B represent the resistance of the load. The resistor limits the current, and the potentiometer R2 sets the trigger level of the SCR. Phase control means phase angle, that is at what instant we are going to trigger. Once only after that we will get the output across only after that we will get an output. So triggering, that the point of that triggering, till that SCR will be off, and that angle we call it as phase angle. Here it is shown that full sine wave is given, so at 0 degree only we are telling that we want to trigger at this point itself. So if that the resistance is made 0, and the full output voltage will be obtained across the load. Now that is 180 degree conduction, and in case of 90 degree conduction, so at the 90 degree I want to trigger my SCR at this point. So till this our SCR will be off, only it will be conducting after this. So output across the load will be obtained after that. See, the current IL will be flowing only after that, after the 90 degree, because till that SCR will be off. In the same way, so how we can do this? By varying this potentiometer, that R2 is the potentiometer. By varying this, we can vary this triggering point. Now here we can see that is at 45 degree, then corresponding it triggers and corresponding output will be obtained. The load current will be flowing, and we will get a voltage across the load. Thank you, friends. Please refer my blog for the notes or PPTs. That blog is Explore Electronics, and the path is given here. Please do subscribe for the videos so that you will get new updates, and press the bell icon. Thank you.